A very good evening from the newsroom. The news for this Friday, the 15th of September. Around 15 workers from the Commercial Bank of Seychelles today took part in cleaning work at the Casdan water source located at Mont Blanc. The workers participated in this voluntary act with the help of some staff members of the Seychelles Parks and Gardens Authority. There, they collected the waste that people have thrown at Mont Blanc, which is also a nature reserve. The task of the bank workers was not easy this morning, given the cloudy weather that prevailed in the region and the place was slippery. But this did not stop them from accomplishing the objective of their mission, which was to collect waste. A representative of the Seychelles Parks and Gardens Authority took the opportunity to launch an appeal to the public to take their responsibilities and to stop throwing waste in the region and elsewhere. And this year marks 25 years since Seychelles started celebrating Clean Up the World. This year's campaign was launched at a recycling fair at the Camion Hall this morning, and the campaign will run until the 30th of September. The Landscape and Waste Management Agency, LWMA, has organized several cleanups on Mahé, Pralin and La Digue, as well as tree planting activities, and will also be opening a public garden at Roche-Caïman. LWMA is encouraging members of the public to use bin sites properly and to make good use of the landfill this week to throw away rubbish such as large household items, construction material and technology. They are also encouraging the public to manage their waste properly and recycle where possible, as the landfill is rapidly filling up. The Finance and Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly, the FPAC, met with the management team of the Island Development Company, IDC, today. This is part of the committee's meetings and visit with government entities. IDC had a chance to present the FPAC with its ongoing projects, its financial status, and it also explained its diversified portfolio, which ranges from agriculture, aquaculture, aviation, and providing services to hotels on the outer islands. The FPAC chairperson, Sébastien Pillet, says that IDC has been performing well. Seychelles Airport has been recognized on an international level. This is after the SCAA, which manages Seychelles Airport, has been accredited to level 1 by the Airport Council International, ACI. SCAA's CEO, Gary Albert, says this accreditation shows the commitment of the airport community of Seychelles towards service delivery to its clients. SCAA has been a member of ACI for a few years now, but has only gone on the Customer Service Experience Program with the Council since last year. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, has said he has taken it as his responsibility to establish a platform for the youth to contribute their inputs in educational changes. Minister Valentin was addressing the first Youth Education Summit organized with the support of the United Nations. The Summit on Youth Education was held at the Site Auditorium at Montfleury under the theme Negotiating a New Educational Landscape. Minister Valentin added that concerted effort is required to achieve the needed changes.
Education is no longer confined to the walls of a classroom or the pages of a textbook. It is a dynamic and evolving entity that must adapt to the changing needs of not only our country, but the entire world. The landscape of education is undergoing a transformation, and we must collectively navigate this new terrain. But let me be clear, this journey cannot be undertaken by a selected few. It requires the collective wisdom, energy, and creativity of every member of society, including our youth.
The Youth Education Summit in Seychelles follows a call by the United Nations Secretary General last year to make education more relevant and accessible. The United Nations Resident Coordinator for Mauritius and Seychelles, Liza Singh, pointed out that the new approach, where the youths have a bigger say in their education, was important for Seychelles.
The message I hear consistently is the issue of human resource, finding the right profile, finding the right skill set, and keeping them, right? So I think this issue of how do we address this in a more robust way, but thinking ahead, putting the angle from what kind of education, what kind of resources do we need 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, because the investments you make now in terms of the education, the kinds of investments in helping the youth, the students bring the skill sets, competency will really lock you into the kind of how competitive your economy is.
And with this, we end this news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a very pleasant evening.